making it official. China Merchant Port Holdings is taking over the Hambantota port in southern Sri Lanka. The deal is worth $1.1 billion. It will give China ownership of the port for 99 years.
This will make sure the Hambantota port will achieve a dual status as a gateway to the expanding economies of South Asia and the African region.
Sri Lanka is struggling under an estimated $47 billion worth of debt, most of it taken out by the government of former President MAHINDA Rajapaksa. He quoted China, seeking its help during the war with the Tamil Tigers. Once he won, China received contracts to invest heavily and became the preferred lender, handing out an estimated $8 billion in loans. The Asian giant provided $1.5 billion to build the Hambantota port, but the government says it's running at a loss, swallowing up to 90% of the profits generated by all the country's ports. Swapping the debt for equity was one way to address the issue, but the government says it hasn't compromised on its sovereignty.
We are not forgetting our geopolitical requirements. The Chinese company has agreed to implement all the clauses in the agreement in keeping with the laws and constitution of this country.
This agreement brings a huge investment into Sri Lanka. For China, the deal provides a foothold in an important shipping route, especially for its new Silk Road initiative. China's expansion in Sri Lanka has caused concern among countries in the region. But the Minister of Ports says security of the 1,100-hectare port will be under the Sri Lankan Navy and it will not be used as a military base. Despite those assurances, there has been widespread opposition to the plan. Reports that thousands of hectares of land in and around Hambantota will be given to the Chinese for an industrial zone led to violent protests earlier this year. China's takeover of the Hambantota port has been a huge issue in Sri Lanka, not least among the opposition, which happened to have brought in China in a big way in the first place. But the present government says this is the only way it can hope to reduce the debt burden left by the previous regime. Both sides see the agreement as a win-win situation, but it's not clear yet who will benefit the most. Minelle Fernandez, Al Jazeera, Colombo.